Sometimes we want to receive nourishment, but we can't. We're just not in the right space. And it's like there's a barrier for nourishment to get in. It's a bit like when we're talking about a plant. It can be like when there's been a long period of drought. The soil, the rain can't penetrate because the soil becomes water resistant. So what can we do about that if we're not feeling nourishment? If we know there's nourishment out there but it's just not coming in, what can we do? Firstly, we can start really, really small. It's not the big bits of nourishment, it's the really small bits of nourishment that we're looking for, the micro bits of nourishment. And even about, it's not the fact of can you feel it or not, but can you feel a greater degree of nourishment? So don't think about if I'm being nourished or not. Think about, can I feel a greater degree of nourishment from this? Can I move more towards nourishment in this situation? Second thing we can do is that we can bank it. Even if we can't feel it at the time, even if we know, yeah, I know this could be nourishing, it looks beautiful, it's a good experience, it's a sense of achievement, but I can't let that in at the moment, bank it for later. Bank it for when you can remember it, and that gives a just as good amount of nourishment. Nourishment is nourishment. It doesn't matter when or how you feel it. It's about the experience that you have. So bank those experiences for later. Third thing that you can do is bring an attitude of curiosity. If I could feel nourished, if it was possible for me to feel nourished, what would that feel like? What would that be like? If I could feel more nourished in my life, what would that be like? And that sometimes just opens the door for nourishment to come in. And in doing that, don't then switch into, oh yeah, this is nourishment. Just keep that attitude of curiosity. If I could, if it was possible, what would it be like? Fourth one is a little bit unusual in that try to get your head out of it. Rather than thinking about nourishment, rather than understanding on a cognitive level about nourishment, kind of like just detour around the head and go straight to that experience from your heart or your body or wherever you call it. So have more of a sense of, my head can't experience nourishment, it won't let it in through my head, but it doesn't mean the rest of me can't let that nourishment in. Next thing you can do is that you can just give yourself a break. Just stop trying. Say, okay, at the moment I can't. That's okay. We have all these things about what we should experience and trying to experience things. And sometimes when we get into that mode of, I should experience this or I'm trying to experience this, we get ourselves all messed up. Just step back, give yourself a break and just say, yep, it's okay if I can't. And the fifth one builds on that. And that takes it one small step forward and say, yeah, it's okay if I can't. Let's be kind to myself. I'm going to be kind to myself because I can't. So if you're struggling with feeling nourishment, I hope some of those ideas work for you. I'd love to hear what happens for you and what you've found out about nourishment, and if you've found any ways around the times when you're finding it difficult to feel nourishment. Again, sometimes it's about choosing the nourishment that you need. Sometimes when we're really tired, we can't get the positive experience sort of nourishment. The nourishment we need is rest. So we can actually have a think about, what is the type of nourishment that I need for myself at the moment? Go well and talk with you soon. See ya.